Okay, so you just got to 263 and your first assignment is to come out and shoot an inanimate object. They happen to have just placed this, we're going to say, for training purposes. And a lot of you say, oh, that's going to be a piece of cake. It doesn't move, it's just sitting here. Well, guess what? That's one of the hardest things you're going to have to shoot, because this doesn't move, it doesn't go through the frame. It's up to you as the camera operator to make this object look amazing, unbelievable, and informative to the viewer. So let's take a look at what I would do, and then I'll go through and I'll tell you some of the steps. Wide, medium, tight, composition, level, balance, iris, all those things. We're going to go through it. Let's do it. And so the first thing that I want to start off with when I'm doing this is a wide shot, because I know I'm going to need that as a backup. So get my camera set up, and once you get the camera on there, what you want to do is you want to set your focus. So you zoom in, you check your focus and iris it up so you can really check the focus there. Okay, you got that set. Now you can put your iris back to where it needs to be, get that iris properly, and start framing up the shot. And once you have the shot that you want, you just let it sit there and record, and you get about 10 seconds of that. Okay, so then from there I started moving back, and I wanted to try and get a little bit of those flowers in there for a little bit of composition. So put the camera on the tripod, and of course you got to check that focus. So you zoom in, iris it up, and start rolling through your focus. Make sure that's good and sharp. And I was checking the iris now. You want to make sure your exposure is proper, and I set up that a little bit tighter. So this is kind of a medium shot then. So that should go good with, you know, having that wider shot. So then get that iris dialed in a little bit where I want it, and again let that record for 10 seconds. And then from there I thought, you know what, let's move this forward and start getting some mediums and tights from closer range. Sometimes you get that different angle. Now we see a medium shot that I could cut in with the other stuff. And from there I thought, you know what, let's go over to the other side and see what we can get as far as the tight shots. So I get the camera on the tripod then. You got to zoom in, you got to check your focus. So you iris it up and you get your exposure set there with the focus. Pull it out, and then once you have the tight shot that you want and you get it framed good, then you let that record. So everybody should start seeing the trend here now, that when you get set up, you zoom in, you iris up, you check your focus. Once again, you zoom in, you iris it up, you check your focus, and this will give me yet another wide shot. So I'm trying to shoot some wides, I'm trying to get some mediums, and I'm trying to get some tights, because I know that later on when I edit, I'm going to want to use those things. So here we go, even a little bit something different. I saw a flower and thought, you know what, I might need that shot. Why not go ahead and get it? So I got a shot of this flower and then the object I'm shooting behind it. So closing out here, I was looking, just thinking, you know what, I'll get one more wide shot. So go through the same process again that we've already gone through many times. You zoom in, you iris up, check your focus, make sure it's good, and then after you zoom out, you can set your exposure for exactly where you want it. So then we can take all those clips that we had, and we take the good parts and put those together. You guys have been able to see, you know, as I'm setting up my shots and setting up my exposure, but if we were to take all those clips, it would come together then as a really good 30-second news piece about this inanimate object.